Hey, I'm Chicken Johnny, and I'm out on the field today. It's rainy and a little muddy, but it's time for our first Shed Wars harvest, and I'm harvesting kale today. Now, this is not kale that I planted for this year. This is perennial kale. Well, not really. It's kale that came back from last year. We call it volunteer kale. And we're about to see how much volunteer kale we got. Now, I told Mother Goose I would harvest her kale, but she was going to have to make me potato soup, because that's why I like my kale. You can see the video on how Mama Goose made potato soup with kale if you go back in the archives, or I'll try to put a tag somewhere for you to see that potato soup video. Maybe it'll be at the end. All right, I'm going to get to harvesting. And because we're not going to let this kale grow. We're going to come through here in a little bit and till all this under, because this is where, actually, this kale is right in our trail where we're going to have our pathway. But we're going to be planting up all the rest of this a little bit later, and we've already got the potatoes planted over there. You can see the bricks on top of the drip tape, and you see how we did there. So I'm going to get to harvesting this kale. We're just going to cut it off at the base because I'm not keeping it. Now, if you were going to keep this kale, you'd only want to cut the outer leaves and not take the center leaves, because you'd want to give it something to grow from. This may come back, but it won't come back fast. All right, it's raining. I'm going to shut the camera off. We're going to see you back inside. Well, I came back here even though I said I was going to go back into the house, but I wanted to show you one thing. This just blew my mind. I've never let kale go from one year into the next, so this just blew my mind. I want to show you this, and it may change the way that I grow kale. This is a kale plant, and that's the root of that kale plant. These roots coming off here, that's all from that kale plant. Every little bit of it. This has all been tilled under at one point. Look at that. That root, that's just incredible to me. I've never let kale go into the next year. I didn't intentionally let this go. It just, that's the way it happened to be. So maybe in the future I'm going to try to grow kale and let it come back year after year. We'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll do some research, see if that's possible. All right, meet you back in the house this time for real. Whenever you're ready.
Hi, it's Mama Goose. I'm here with Chicken Johnny, and we are about to do our weigh-in on our eggs. March 23rd is our start-in weigh-in, and we have a tally of all the eggs that we have gotten from our eggs. We've got the 23rd all the way through today. So we are going to start weighing our eggs and see what our totals are. So we're going to take our scale and we're going to turn it on, and we're going to take an empty egg carton, going to turn this on, and we're going to put it on there, and then we're going to remove the tear from the egg carton while we're waiting, and it is 1.9 ounces. So our first dozen, 1 pound, 10 ounces. Our second carton is 1 pound, 7.7 ounces. Our third one is 1 pound, 10.1 ounces. Our fourth one is 1 pound, 10.3 ounces. Our next one is 1 pound, 9.5 ounces. Our next one is 1 pound, 9.1 ounce. At our last one. And our last one is 1 pound, 9.9 ounces.
What do you think about that? Will it grow?
Then we were out in the field and we were just walking around where we just grew our potatoes, and we had some kale come up from last year. So we are going to go ahead and weigh some of our fresh kale on our scale. And our bowl weight is 3.5 ounces. How beautiful is this? Okay. Our first bowl is 3.1 ounces. Our second bowl is 4.1 ounces. Our third bowl is 3.5 ounces. And our fourth bowl is 4.1 ounces.
Hey, you chickens, get out of that kale. Get your chickens. Will it grow? Get out of the kale. I am going to choke you. I am going to... Oh. Nice will it grow. Nice will it grow.
Okay, so our weigh-in on our eggs, we had a total of 76 eggs. We had a total of 11 pounds of eggs. We're going to have some scrambled eggs and omelets this week. And the kale weigh-in was 14.8 ounces. We are going to make some homemade potato soup this afternoon, and I'm going to throw some of this fresh kale in. And this doesn't get any better, to be surprised going out to the garden and finding kale from last year that has come up, and it looks like we're going to again have a bumper crop of kale. So, Mitzer Shem, see you again. Eat your vegetables. I'm Mama Goose.
And I'm Chicken Johnny. In Mitzer Shem, we'll see you again. Eat your vegetables. Hey, take care of you.